Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 450 chainsaw. Customer complaint is that he just can't get it to run right. Now he's put a bunch of parts into this. He's put a coil, a spark plug, a fuel filter, an air filter in here. And he just can't get it to work. So we're going to kind of double check his work here a little bit. But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say, even though at some point you're going to guess what the problem is here and think you're right, you're not going to be right. This is kind of a unique problem that I hope I never see again. So we looked into the tank. He's got a new fuel filter in there. We pressure tested the fuel line. There was no leaks in the fuel line. The carburetor's tight. I didn't see any water in the bottom of the tank. Oh, we're happy with that part of the fuel system. So now we want to look into the cylinder and make sure we're working with an engine that's not scored. You know, if you got scoring in there and low compression, you can get all kinds of weird results, and certainly something that won't run right. Now I'm looking at this spark plug. It's got very little runtime on it. It's got steel stamped on it. And there's nothing stamped into the metal part of the spark plug. Certainly not an official steel spark plug. The condition of the cylinder, I would consider it well worn. I could put a compression gauge on here if I wanted, but the thing should run. We got spark. But don't let that fool you. Sometimes just having spark doesn't mean everything. So we've looked at the basics. You know, I'm going to see if it runs. There's spark arrestor screen's not plugged up. Throttle linkage seems to work. Choke's working. Let's fire it up and see what we got. Did you see that? Did you see the chain turning the wrong way? I'm not sure if I saw that right or not. So I think I better fire it back up.
That way.
See what's going on. Alright, that's certainly unusual. A lot of times you see a chain on backwards, but not the chain going backwards. Now, if he would have just put the chain on backwards, he'd be all set. He'd just have to cut from the top all the time. Like many of you, I'm thinking that the starter rope has jumped the pulley and it's wrapped the wrong way around the backside of the pulley or something like that. He hasn't made it easy for us. We've got 3 different style screws in here. We got the starter off. Let's take a look at it. It is jacked up. The pulley has got a crack in it, and the rope is probably jumping behind that crack and something, pulling the wrong way, right? That would be the logical, simple explanation. It would also be the incorrect explanation in this situation. We'll see that in a minute here. So despite the fact that the starter seems jacked up, it is pulling the right way. I'm just going to put another wrap on it because it's a little weak. Seems to be working though. We'll put it back together and try it again. It engages normal. I'm not putting 3 different style screws in here though. 2 screws will get us by for testing. Still turning the wrong way. And the answer's not underneath there, buddy. I'm thinking it's got to be the starter. I'm just overlooking something. Well, I know which way the starter rope is pulling the flywheel. But while it's running, it's spinning the other way. So in this next sequence, I want you to pay attention. I've kind of repeated it over and over again with some thoughts. Okay.
Backwards again.
All right, pay attention to this next sequence here. When I pull on it, it kind of pops, stalls, and then pops again.
I can't take it. I gotta put a different starter on here.
So did you catch that? I give it a pull, and it felt normal, and then it kind of had a catch in it, and a little pause in the sound, and then it sounded normal again, and I could pull it further.
Starter. No, it's turning backwards. What could it be? I think maybe this ignition coil he put in here.
All right, so our new starter off a rental chainsaw that just came back from rent with no complaints. That starter didn't work either. That leaves pretty much this ignition coil. So we're going to pull the coil out of the known good saw, and we're going to put it in here and see if there's any difference. Now, I think this may have happened to me once before, decades ago. I don't really remember a lot of details. I can tell you that it's not the flywheel key, because although not here in the video, at some point I did pull the flywheel off and look at that key, and it was fine. So we'll put this one on and we'll give it another shot. I mean, if it's not the ignition coil, then it's gremlins, because this is the only thing left. Get our gap gauge out. We're going to set this at 0.3 millimeters. Looking good. And we'll put our known good starter back on here. Let's give it another try and see how it runs.
So, which direction do you think the chain's going to turn this time? 100% the coil.
Runs beautiful. The whole time the problem was with his Chinesium ignition coil that he put in there.
Now the chain turns forward like it's supposed to.
So that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Later.
Got much better response too.
So you may be thinking to yourself, what did I just witness? Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts on that. I may be way off base, so I welcome any comments that might straighten me out if I'm wrong. Your ignition coil has a spark advance curve built into it. It's based on engine speed. Now, the faster the engine is going, the more advance you want. Meaning the spark is going to fire more degrees before top dead center. When you're starting the engine, you can't have the spark advance that far. It'll be hard to pull it over because it'll be firing before the piston gets to the top and be pushing back against your efforts to pull the rope. So I think what was happening, you saw I would pull the rope, there was a little bit of a pause, and then I could pull the rope again. Well, I think that I would pull the rope, and as soon as the magnet went past the coil, and the coil sensed the magnet, it went to full advance. It didn't follow the normal curve it should have followed, and it went to full advance. That's where I felt that pause and a little bit of a jerk. And then it was firing way before top dead center, and kicked back, kicked the motor back, spun it backwards. You're firing too far advanced, you're going to get that kind of kickback feeling. So it would start backwards. It ran very poorly. You could hear it missing. It wouldn't rev up decent. That could all be signs of a lot of spark advance at a low engine speed. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I mean, it's not a common enough problem that any of us probably got a lot of experience in it, but I'm sure we all have our own ideas about it. So that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Later.